This is Sybert signing into Generals Evolution, the mod for Red Alert 3 on the map Autumn Garden for a 5-player FFA. Spawning as the blue China nuke in the 12 o'clock position. This is Edmund. Or maybe Edmund is what I'll end up calling him. As the purple China tank, this is KittyBot. Continuing around in a clockwise fashion as the red GLA Toxin, this is Spam Alt F4. And as the pink China Vanilla in the 7 o'clock position, this is Giraffe. Opening up double GAT already. Rounding out this FFA, this as the green GLA Tox is Castellion. All right. 3 China players, Vanilla, Nuke, and Tank. And then 2 GLA Toxin players. No USA. So we'll see how this one goes. Some players are big into the idea that USA is overpowered, which, you know, there's an argument to be made there. But it's always funny to see different people have wildly different takes on what is the most OP combination or OP faction. But here it's all China and GLA, a couple of different sub-factions represented, so we get to see pure China versus GLA in an FFA, where of course balance matters a little bit less because the randomness of the attacks matters much more. This is 4 unanswered supply truck kills, going for potentially 5 or maybe even 6, and there's actually going to be a couple of GATs coming in from the north. KittyBot has a GAT going on the harassment path the exact same way, so right from the beginning, Spam Alt F4 is going to basically have no income. 6 supply trucks getting taken out. 1 GAT goes down. Ooh, these 2 supply trucks, they're low on health, but they're not technically dead just yet. Okay, 1 does go down, and the last one will technically escape, but it will eventually get back to work, maybe, as it is very, very low on health. Huge damage to the economy right out of the gate for Spam Alt F4. This guy is going to be on the back foot trying to recover, especially if he keeps getting double-teamed by these China players on either side of him. Meanwhile, at the same time, Giraffe going for a bit of a 1-2 punch, but he's hitting the GLA players on either side of him. Triple GAT's going to be able to find the radar truck, find the supply trucks as well. This is potentially 4 unanswered supply truck kills as well. The response, a bunch of RPG troopers. They will get cleaned up by these GATs. 3 of them go down basically before the first shot even comes out, and those supply trucks are low on health, but technically still alive. Spam's got a couple of Scorpion tanks moving out, and Edmund just going for the expansion into the middle of the map. He hasn't taken the other nearby expansion, so he's just sitting on those 2 supplies plus the one in the middle. He hasn't taken the oil derrick as well. Oil derrick in the middle on the left side has been claimed by Castellion, and well, this oil derrick was claimed by Giraffe, but it looks like it's about to go down to those Scorpions, and goodbye, oil derrick. GAT's standing watch nearby. There is a GAT cannon in the mix as well. And Giraffe, well, he's kind of pissed off both of the players next to him, but for right now, there isn't any price to pay. Well, I guess other than that oil derrick. Okay, so we had a disconnect. Now it's down to 4 players. KittyBot has been defeated, and that definitely makes things a lot easier for Edmund and for Spam. So Spam taking a lot of damage right from the beginning, but this technical army has one clear choice as far as where he should go, and that would be to strike back against the person who already has hit him. And if that's where he chooses to go, then that could take a lot of pressure off of Spam Alt F4, who will just have a nice time being able to rebuild quietly in his own base. But that hasn't happened yet. The technicals have not moved out. Oh! Whoa, for some reason, Castellion has not rebuilt his supply trucks. Oh, okay. He has taken a massive triple quad expansion in towards the middle of the map. He's got himself 4 fresh expansions. He's almost taken the entire inside of the map, so that is where his money has been going. His focus has been going into the middle of the map and not on rebuilding those trucks at his main. Battle Masters versus Scorpions. This is way more Scorpions, so the first Battle Master goes down. A second one is very low on health. A couple of Tank Hunters packed along with this army, but it's going to be core GLA vehicles versus core China vehicles. 1 quad cannon backed in with this army, and it's going to be tank v tank. Tank Hunter's not really getting much in on the action. Reinforcements come in from Spam Alt F4, and he's been able to seriously thin out this herd. Only a couple of Gats do remain. The Battlemasters have all gone down, and the Quad Cannons are going to be able to step on forward to be able to take out the Tank Hunters. Last Gat does go down. Enough Tank Hunters are actually here, though. They're going to be able to take out 2 of the Gats, no problem. Third Gat will go down, but it's cost almost every single one of those Tank Hunters their lives. 3 Tank Hunters do survive. They make it on forward, but those Toxin Shells may be the end of them. Yeah, 2 of the Tank Hunters go down. Perfect, look at that! Force firing the ground to get the Toxin Shell area of the splash damage there to clean up the infantry as they walk forward. Castellion may have overexerted himself. He went for 4 expansions all in a row before rebuilding the trucks in his main base, and he has paid the price for that. He's lost 2 of the expansions outright. Stinger Sight is here to support this technical army, but these Gats are tearing through technicals in far greater numbers. Whoa! He's got nuke tanks, that's right! Whoa, no! Better watch out, buddy. Edmund does not have stabilizing isotopes as an upgrade yet, and the last nuke Battlemaster will get eliminated. You really have to be careful when you have nuke Battlemasters. You can't just send them in for no reason. Oh, this guy. All right, well, he lost the Gat anyways, so fortunately, the nuke Battlemaster didn't kill him. Do not use nuke Battlemasters until you have stabilizing isotopes if you don't know how to use them. That's vanilla China, so the explosion isn't quite as bad. Stabilizing isotopes is the secret sauce which makes the nuke cannons not blow up your whole army, and Castellion targets down 1 nuke tank, and that's going to be basically the end of both armies as that nuke takes down a huge chunk of both players' forces altogether. The Scorpion does go down. That's a double vent nuclear Battlemaster, and it hasn't been eliminated just yet. Yeah, it has. And they both go down. Big old nuclear explosions. And that is the end of Edmund's attacking army. Edmund, I think, doesn't realize he needs a propaganda center. He's got one. He hasn't upgraded it yet. I don't think he's upgraded nuclear isotope stability yet. So it does take a minute to upgrade, I think literally 60 seconds, and it costs 2 grand. Yeah, 60 seconds, so there's no real reason to build nuclear Battlemasters and not get that upgrade if you're going to use them in the way that Edmund is using them. No KittyBot, and that means that Spam Alt F4 is like, oh, there's actually nothing here to attack with my Scorpion tanks. New command center is going to be set up there by Spam Alt F4, and actually, if he's able to keep up that pressure, he's going to have 2 bases, so basically an extra 3 supply docks under his control, and that'll give him a huge economic advantage compared to all of the other players. He actually deploys his command center kind of far away. I probably would have gone for a little bit more of a central location. We'll see if that works out for him. Decent amount of nuclear Battlemasters are here, 4 of them in total, so that is going to be an explosive army if he doesn't get stabilizing isotopes. And, well, we'll see. Scorpion tanks are here. Supply dock does go down, targeting down the first nuclear Battlemaster, and those are going to be some potentially dead Scorpions as they walk right into the explosion. There is a delay, so you have to watch out for it. In the south, the forces of Giraffe and Spam Alt staring at each other. Oil Derrick under threat, and it might be a little bit of a China sandwich here, as, ooh, he's going to get another nuclear Battlemaster. Nope, he does not have stabilizing isotopes, so that takes the other 2 tanks with them. And, oh no, that one didn't actually go. Must have been a Gat. In the south, Spam, okay, he's finally worked up to rocket buggies. He's going to be able to pepper away at this army. Hopefully, eventually, he'll be able to do some critical damage, but not just yet. He's just taking some shots at the bunker in the south. Buggy gets cleaned up. Meanwhile, more nuclear Battlemasters coming in. The Gats getting torn to pieces here, and the Scorpions will survive the day. But there's not many Scorpions. Okay, no, these 2 did survive. They have very little health, but they did technically survive, and the infantry will eventually get cleaned up by the Toxin Shells. There's going to be the Emperor's Rage firing off, allowing these tank hunters to fire a couple of extra rockets. before they get cleaned up. Meanwhile, in the south, Scud launchers are on site. And no artillery response, so no nuke cannons, no inferno cannons, nothing like that. Scud launchers cleaning up the infantry reinforcements, and the tanks are moving in. Giraffe with pretty much pure Battlemaster against quad cannon, Scorpion, and Scud as he cleans up the front line, and that is going to be it for Giraffe's main army. Enough quads and Scorpions have survived that initial blast. They're going to be driving into their own toxins. Reinforcements showing up. Good couple of rockets in the bunker there. MiG does, not a MiG, actually, an Iron Dragon bomber getting a shot off there. Meanwhile, in the north, the Scorpion tanks have held off against the additional nuke Battlemasters that are coming in. I hope he's got ice stabilizing isotopes. Otherwise, his army is going to clean itself up. Gats do go down. Tank hunters are going to fall. Enough quad cannons are here to push on forward. Castellion finds his stable legs underneath him as an artillery barrage crashes into the GLA army in the south. This expansion never was touched. Neither was this one. So 2 one-truck expansions there as the firestorm burns in the south. And, well, Giraffe has held at bay the invading GLA army. Black market coming up. No, that didn't actually take this expansion. But black markets are pretty good, so he's got a decent number of the 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 in total, about to be 4 black markets up and running. And these guys have quite nicely found a little bit of a stalemate or a stable orbit to sit in, as it is green versus blue in the north and pink versus red in the south. It is turned into almost a 2v2 instead of an FFA, and of course, eventually, these 2v2s will be resolved, and then we'll be into a 1v1 situation. A lot of quads in the north. Rocket buggies taking a couple of shots, and this is way too much GLA. These nuke Battlemasters, or these regular Battlemasters, are not going to be able to overwhelm the sheer numbers. Dragon Bomber comes in, doesn't actually hit anything. A little bit too slow. Scuds, a little bit late as well. Part of Spam's army pushing forward. This is a ton of GLA in the north as well. This could be GLA victories against both of the remaining China players. The Dragon Bombers are good, but they don't necessarily win the day if you don't hit in the right spot. All right, that was a pretty good shot. Keeps the quads at bay, does a little bit of damage as they exit. Bunker is still standing strong. That bunker has taken so much damage. Keeps away the Scorpion, keeps away the quad as well. In the north, Edmund is retreating. That big nuke army is not necessarily going to be able to hold against all of this GLA. Well, let's see. He's got a couple of nuclear overlords. He's got the retreat into his base defenses. Another Iron Dragon coming in. The Scud has survived so far, but now it's about the Scorpion tanks just rolling over, and that is a dead Scud. A perfect drop of the bomb there as it explodes over this GLA army, cutting it down to just a few tanks remaining. 3 Battlemasters step on out, no 2 Battlemasters and an Inferno Cannon as reinforcements stream in from the middle of the map. Spam Alt F4 loses 2 more tanks in a fiery blaze as the Inferno Cannons and the Iron Dragons find their marks. And Spam Alt F4's army disappears as he has been defeated. The nuclear Battlemasters are the only thing standing, but this GLA army is just way too numerous. Even a couple of GLA Scorpions getting caught in that Emperor's Rage there as this army steps on forward. Stabilizing isotopes may be the only thing that would have saved those early game armies, but this is just way too much GLA. And at this point, you might as well drive those nuclear Battlemasters forward so that they do explode on the enemy. Well, that is going to be it. 1 China player, 1 GLA player eliminated, as unless Edmund can retreat to the middle of the map and just hold out there, he is going to be out of this game in mere moments. Castellion continuing to crush on forward, Scorpions and quads. Giraffe doesn't actually realize necessarily that this attack is going on, so this would be the perfect time to hit Castellion and end the game as quickly as possible. The command center is about to go down. The nuke is not going to get a chance to fire off. 2 minutes too slow, as Edmund has mere moments left in this game. The propaganda center, he did eventually get the stabilizing isotopes, but a little bit too late to save those early units. Last couple of supply docks are going to be going down. Internet center getting targeted. Propaganda center will be torn down. He does have this expansion in the middle of the map, but that is not much to go on when you've got no production, when you've got nothing at all remaining. The last power plant is in the north. The internet center as well. The last 2 buildings to go down, and this is the perfect chance. Inferno cannons leading the charge. Anthrax bomb going to come in. A perfect hit on this army could slow down the attack. It's a little bit behind, and the Dragon bombers are going to be able to follow up this attack. Reinforcements are coming in. 1 Stinger site will be cleared out, and as Edmund gets wasted away in the north, both armies get traded out in the south. Those Inferno cannons doing a good job of leading the way, but both armies getting almost completely neutralized here. And this supply dock is the last building on the map for Edmund. Arty strike coming in, carpet bombing as well. Not actually going to be able to land. Arty strike targeting down a couple of the war factories, not getting the kill on the war factories, but I think that maybe was a black market in between them. No power, no production. Edmund is still in this game. I think he might be going for like a bit of a technical victory here, where he might be able to technically take second place if these 2 guys fight each other and one of them kills the other one, and then Edmund is still in the game just with his like 2 buildings. He's got a bunker. He could probably sell off the GATs since he's never going to have electricity again. So, unless he's got something sneaky out on the edge of the map somewhere. Quads and Scorpions pushing forward, but this is a fight into superior firepower as these Battle Masters are too numerous to be overwhelmed by that small GLA army. And actually, a couple of Scorpions do manage to make it through. 3 of them, in fact, but they will not stop the onslaught as these tanks move on forward. Dragon Bombers could be following this attack up, and this is going to be a last stand kind of scenario. 1 GAT! 1 heroic GAT moves in for Edmund, and he is fighting 1v1 with the Scorpion. That would have been amazing if that GAT would have been able to just, like, make the comeback. Oh my gosh, those Iron Dragon bombers just burn through buildings so unbelievably quickly. They absolutely decimate buildings. Another China army has been destroyed. Castellion's defense has held for now, but again, I don't know that these attacks are necessarily going to work out in his favor. Cluster mine, yep, cluster mine gets dropped on top of the army, claims 1 quad, a second quad takes a decent chunk of damage. Quads are standing against the Battle Masters, a couple of GATs mixed in as well in the Inferno cannon to help finish off the army. Just 1 Inferno cannon though. Okay, so the tank hunters are heading in. That might have been the last-ditch effort. And Castellion is like, oh my gosh, where do these units keep coming from? I thought you were dead. And now I think he is dead. Okay. Emund 47 has been defeated. And then there were 2 Iron Dragons coming in once again. Inferno Cannon dying to the splash damage. A bit unfortunate there. But man, oh man, that palace just disappears. This is a decent amount of black markets. 10 black markets or something. As a covered bomb is going to come in. This one won't. Actually, might get sniped. It does get sniped once again. The first couple of bombs do fall. Oh, Iron Dragons catch the reinforcements. Eliminate both of the war factories. And that is going to be the functional end of this GLA player. 2 Inferno cannons. Almost enough to make a firestorm, but not quite enough shots. And there's the fire sale as Castellion throws in the towel, and it looks like Giraffe will win this one. You can have the economy, but if you don't have the production, it does you no good. That one was a much more clear-cut FFA. I feel like some of these FFAs have been much more chaotic and messy as far as who is attacking who, but KittyBot died very early or got disconnected or whatever, and then it was a very clean 2v2, and then only when Spamalt died did Giraffecob start attacking Castellion. So that will do it for another Gen Evo match. And if you do want to read Gunship Mark II's letter, he wrote a little letter summarizing his experiences escaping from Maripol, and you can read that over on his Patreon page. So that'll be linked in the description. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and this is Sybert signing out.